Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to check out some funk. So I'm going to take you through all the basic ingredients you will need to play funk. So let's start with chord voicings. Typically I'm going to use this 9 shape. So we start with E9, which is 7, 6 and 7, 7, 7, barred like that. So usually that shape just moves around. Another voice would be, this is for dominant type of chords. All of the examples now. I'm going to show you 3 voicings of E9. So here we got 12, 11, 9 and 12. So we're going to visualize this shape by the root. So the root is on a thinner string. So if you want to move this around, like for a C 9 chord, just move this note to C and you got it. So you can move those shapes around. Same thing for that one. You're gonna take it to C, just move the root note to C, and you got a C9 chord. Okay, the third voice I'm gonna show you is that one. So you got 9, 9, 9, and 10. It's very common in funk that you move between inversions, so that's why I showed you 3 different voicings for the 9 chord. And you move around between those 3. That's typically for dominant kind of runs or ramps, so you don't have to be stuck like in one place, which is kind of boring. You can change. So it's kind of making it living, making it breathe, as opposed to staying in this one position. So let's check now the minor chords we're gonna need. So typically it's that one, the minor 7. Just play E minor and move the picky away. You can use every versions of the minor 7 chord or minor 9. I'm gonna show you that one as well. So it's like 9, 9, 8, 10. Go. Another voice would be this minor 9. So we got, all the examples are for E. You have to move this around between every key, so you can like have it under your fingers. Practice this in every key you can. So E, 7, 5, 7, 7. Very beautiful sound. Let's check the 11 chord now. The last minor chord we got. Very beautiful. So we got 12. We're skipping the A string. We got 12, 12, 12, and 10. And you can play the open E as well. Okay, now let's check another type of voicings, which is major 7s. So I'm going to take this in E again. E major 7. You can use these chords in every style of music. It's very beautiful, so it's worth learning them and moving them around between the keys. So we got major 7, 7, 9, 8, 9. Okay, let's try another voice, E9. Very nice also. Those are not just for funk, okay, basically. It's for every genre of music you can think of. So we got 7, 6, 8, 7. And the last one I'm going to show you, it's E major 7 like that. So we got 9, 9, 9, and 11. And find your root note, so you can move this around. Here it's the E. If you move it, let's say, to a D, we got a D major 7. So we got a voicing down. Practice them, move between them. Now I'm gonna take you to the second ingredient you have to have for funk. So that's the right hand, which is the most important thing. Okay, you can play one note, but if you have the right pocket, you're in, and you make people move. That's the only thing that matters about funk. So you have to visualize a grid where you have to lock down to every bit of the groove. Okay, so usually the strumming for funk would be 16th notes. So it means if we have this pulse going, it's daga 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 daga. Okay, that's gonna be the feel. The only thing that matters, my hand is moving like this, like a motor. But the only thing is changing, it's why I'm letting the strings play and while I'm keeping this muted. So I fret a chord with my left hand and I move 16 notes. So a good exercise will be taking a metronome, playing 16 notes to a beat. So I decide with my left hand when those notes are gonna ring out. So every first beat, I'm gonna press my E chord and it's gonna generate the sound. So that's the idea of playing muted and then open up. So that's a typical strumming pattern for funk. So it's very slowly. So down, up. You got the sponge where it's muted. So a nice trick you can do, it's before it anticipates, you can do one fret below and slide in. So before the one, you do half step above. So that's strumming. You practice 16ths and you do different combinations when you press down or not. So try different kind of rhythms going. So maybe you do so you can do 8 muted and 1, then you add the third one. So gradually you will add different combinations and see what works for you, and explore different strummings for funk. Now as you do that, you can move between the chord shapes we just showed. So minor stuff. Now, the third ingredient, it's single note lines. So a lot of funk guitar parts are single note lines. So maybe you got a rhythm section going with the bass and horns and stuff and drums, and you see the guitar play like it's just a very cool kind of thing. Throw in some single note lines and maybe strum a chord. So then go into a different inversion. So how are we going to do this? First of all, you're going to drag notes from the scale you're playing over. So if it's like an E, you play E minor pentatonic or stuff. But you have to maintain this. If you only play, it's cool, but it's not. So you have to maintain those 16th note line, and you also, sometimes you mute, sometimes you let go. See all those ghost notes? I mean, I'm not pressing with my hand, so got this kind of feel. And when you want that note to ring out, you press that. Same thing we did with the chords. So also another thing would be palm muting. So you got your hands slightly touching the string, so you got this very percussive sound. So maybe try to come up with stuff that sounds nice over a funk situation. So you can go to a different string. Also adding octaves are very unique. So for me it kind of sounds like a horn part. You know, all those like James Brown funk tunes where you hear like a horn section going like doing a phrasing line. So it's kind of sounds the same to me. So